If you're intimidated by the thought of using Photoshop to edit your landscape astro images, you are not alone. Many people I work with are daunted by the perceived complexity of what is considered advanced editing software. In this short video, I'm going to show you a simple and free tool that will help ease you into the idea of using Photoshop and unlock the magic hidden in your images. I'm Christopher Neal, and I've been a landscape astrophotographer for almost 10 years, and in that time I've learned to work smarter, not harder, when I'm editing images. One of the biggest complaints I hear from people is that Photoshop's too complicated, and since they aren't graphic designers, there's never been a reason for them to use it. The really neat thing about Photoshop is you don't have to have advanced knowledge or skill to use it. There are hundreds, if not thousands, of tools that will do the complicated stuff for you. One of these tools is the Clarisky action from PhotographingSpace. This powerful action will automatically adjust clarity on your images and give you a range of strengths to choose from. The best part is that since it's Photoshop, it's layer based, and you can simply apply a little masking to target large or small areas. Here's an example of an image I have run the action on. Now, I've used a fairly powerful setting so you can really see the difference that it can make. It takes a relatively fuzzy flat shot and it really brings out that detail. You can download this action at PhotographingSpace for free. Once downloaded, you can unzip the file, and what you're looking for is this ATN file. To run it, you simply double click on it and it will launch it in Photoshop. There's an instruction file here as well that'll give you a little bit of information on how to install it and what it does. When it runs, it will install and it'll automatically be available to you the next time you open Photoshop. Now let's see what it does. To use it, you're going to load an image, or you can choose a layer if you already have an image open and you've been working on it a little. And you're going to open the actions panel up here. If you already know the strength that you'd like to use, you can basically just click directly on it. Otherwise, choose all and press play. It will create 5 layers that will go from weak to strong, and you can check each one by turning it off and on. You can see it's started to add some clarity in the core up here. We go from weak with just a little bit of clarity to a good bit stronger that adds a good bit of clarity. Now, if that's not strong enough for you, if you'd like even more clarity, you can choose the layer that you want to run again, or you can choose all and simply run the action again. You'll get even more and more clarity each time you run it. I'm going to dump those because I'm not going to use them. Now, once you choose the strength that you'd like, and I tend to choose somewhere in the 3 to 4 range, I'm going to choose 4. You can select the other layers and delete them, and now you've got that single layer to work with. Now, if there are areas of the image that you really don't want to target with this specific adjustment, you can load a mask by clicking on the mask button. Choose the paint tool. I'm using a brush with 0 hardness, so it's fairly soft all the way out. Normal mode, I've got low opacity, 15%, a lower flow rate, only 35%, my smoothing is 10%. I'm painting white on black so that it is covering up parts of this layer. And because it's creating a bit of a halo around these rocks, I'm going to take it away. Make my brush a little bit smaller here so I can target it. And I'm going to target this whole line. Now you can also do the reverse of this. I'm going to get rid of this layer mask by loading the mask, choosing Command I. This creates a black mask, and you're going to do the opposite. None of this layer is applied to the image, and I want to come in and target the Milky Way here. I'm going to paint white on black up here to give this part of the Milky Way a bit of clarity. And then when we turn it off and on, you can see that it's making a bit of a change, but it's only affecting the Milky Way. From here, you're going to continue to edit your image by adding more and more layers. So that's Clarisky. And that's only one action that you can use to edit your landscape astro images in Photoshop. There are many more. And what I've just shown you is how we build and edit. There are also filters that you can download and apply that will adjust color, noise, just about anything that needs tweaking. Here is a fully edited version of the same image. It's got almost a dozen layers. These are tools to do the work. You just tell them where you want them to work. Now, it's time for you to open up Photoshop and try this on your own. You cannot mess it up. You will not destroy your image. The raw files are always there. You're always going to be able to just reload them and try again. If you want your images to look next level, you have to use next level tools. Lightroom is very powerful and you can do a lot with it, but it will only take you so far. If you've found this helpful, please hit like and subscribe and check out some of my other tutorials on landscape astrophotography editing. Now, get out there and capture some magic.